morning again, everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Our journey, I feel like, is getting closer to a head. So, I feel like we're, super close now to, the conclusion to things. I mean, we have the rest of Labyrinthos to still, explore, which I assume is going to be addressed by the main story quest. Why they decided to make it so last, I don't know. I'm assuming it has something to do with, the final days, but... Because the Charlayans had this whole deal, this whole plan with Heidelin, which, is basically Vana. And basically, the Charlayans are going around to the different allies. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the Eorzean Alliance, or, the Allied Nation Alliance, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if they, go talk to them and tell them, hey, we'll give you a chance, come with us to the space station, or, stay here and die. It's your choice that we're giving you. So, and obviously, a lot of people everywhere are gonna flock to go to the moon station, obviously. But we don't want to give up on the star, just like, Vana here didn't want to give up either. She chose us as a successor for a reason, so we're gonna be dealing with the star problem somehow, I'm sure of it. Other than that, it looks like there's still the development teams responsible for infrastructure and server stability are still having a rigorous battle with the login servers. They just barely did a maintenance yesterday, I found out, to kind of see what was going on, if there's anything else they could adjust or tune to make it work. So rest assured, you guys, they are trying their best. It's a very difficult situation right now, considering, things that are going on in-game and stuff like that, because, like I said before, there's cheaters who are abusing third-party software to stay continuously logged in. And then there's people who also, use bots. I've seen bots sneak in somehow to servers, which is making it harder for paying customers, paying players to play. And then the world visit system isn't helping things any better. It's just making things worse. I really wish, they would just ask someone to come into the office, whoever's in charge of that, just come in the office and suspend, that feature until, things start to settle down more. And we're not stuck dealing with this headache of a login server and everything. Like, I feel that's really something they should consider doing right now, is suspending world visits until, things settle down again, and then once things have settled down, then they can safely reinstate world visiting. Because as world visit is doing right now, it's just clogging up the login server queue, making it harder for players who want to just get in to play the game, making it really hard for them to play. And not only that, but the people that world visit, they get trapped and stuck in the world that they travel to. They can't even get back to their own server because of the login issues. So that's why I've strongly refrained from using the world visit system, because I don't want to deal with that stress, and it's just not worth it. So, well, those are my thoughts on the situation, is that I feel like they need to disable world visit temporarily until things settle down, and because that will help, the individual servers' queues not be as hard, And like, I get it, like I said, I know there's people who couldn't make a character on a server that their friend's playing on, so they have to rely on world visiting, but like, this situation is not good for every party involved here. And in fact, what they did is they've added the world visit, the world transfer system for free again, so on worlds that are not as heavily congested. So if people want to take advantage of that, they can do that now too. So like, if they don't want to, say they don't want to be stuck in their current server because it's just unplayable in their game. And I've had that happen to me before, when Stormblood had these same problems going on that were like this in nature. I could not play my game. Like, it was completely unplayable because you'd keep crashing and keep having to shuffle into ridiculously long queue lines, and then those queue lines would sometimes mess up too, and it was just a big headache. And so I had to take advantage of their transfer service to go to a quieter down server, and after that things were normalized. But the bad thing of that is that I had to give up, I had to give up my apartment, I had to give up friends that I had on that server because I just couldn't enjoy the game with them as it was in the current state. And given that this time is paid time, like, you have to kind of choose. If you're someone, like me, who has a very limited budget in life, you have to take care of life first. And you have to decide, am I gonna waste my money on something broken and not be able to do anything except talk, except socialize, and not even be productive, or am I gonna go be productive and get things actually done that need to get done. And so that was a really difficult situation with Stormblood, and I can see it kind of being here again. But the only thing is though, unlike Stormblood, you can actually still play the game when you get into the servers. The game servers themselves are okay. They haven't really had a lot of glitches or a lot of lag. I mean, there's been some lag in certain places and other servers that I've heard. There's been some small lag, but it's forgivable. It's not like it's happening every second or every minute, you know. So the in-game servers are okay. It's just that the login servers are having a lot of trouble right now, and they're still trying to, like I said, the team responsible for handling, you know, those issues, those technical issues, is struggling with the solution. So it's just sucky. And there's really nothing you can do except wait, and that's frustrating, I know. You can either wait, or you can, you know, plan on your days off to wake up earlier than you usually do and play the game at an earlier time, like right now when I'm playing on the, you know, the west coast of the United States. You know, you wake up earlier and you can get shorter queue times to get in. You can plan to do that on your days off if you're someone who has to work and stuff. You can plan to wake up just a little earlier than you normally do, so you can enjoy some of Endwalker. Or, you know, like, you can even, you know, you can use a sick day, I suppose, if you have that available as an option. You can just use a sick day to give yourself kind of like two extra days, weekend or something like that. And then, like I said, the holidays time's coming up here, so a lot of people are not going to be like logged into Final Fantasy XIV at that time, more than likely, because of, you know, they have a lot of people have families, they have close friends and stuff like that, you know, that they will be spending Christmas time with and all that. And so, or sorry, Xmas. Xmas time. A lot of people will be spending that time with others, so if you're someone who, like me, you know, you don't really, you know, don't have very close ties with people, then you'll probably be able to log in and play Final Fantasy XIV at an earlier time that's convenient for you, and just enjoy Endwalker during that, you know, little holiday time off. Like I said, I wish the best for everyone. I hope that you guys all get to, you know, I hope that you all get to play and enjoy this expansion. It is very special, very important to a lot of us older players of Final Fantasy XIV who've been around since 1.0 or since the beginning of A Realm Reborn. You know, it's really an important expansion. even more so than the previous ones. Like, this expansion is the end of all those years. And, you know, I've got to emotionally prepare myself for that too. When I get to the final destination of this story, this journey, I've got to kind of emotionally prepare myself for that, because it is gonna make me emotional. Because this game, it was really special to me, and still kind of is, but right now I just kind of have difficulties understanding, like, the state of the game it is in right now, you know? Like, people like to always shout the argument, like, oh, it's doing great, what are you talking about, you know, it's perfect, there's nothing wrong with this game, and I'm like, geez, you're one of those, you know, brainwashed monkeys. People that talk like that, they're just one of those brainwashed monkeys that'll believe anything the company says, whether it's bad or not. The company could tell them, hey, guess what, we're taking away, we're gonna take away all your mounts or something like that, for example. And we're only gonna give you, like, one job per expansion instead of 2. You know, things like that. And people will still say, oh, it's still good, I don't care. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man. You're part of the problem then, you know? You're part of a symptom of the larger problem being that way. Like, you should always be critical as a paying customer to a live service that you're paying for. You need to be critical, and you need to criticize and voice your discontent with things that make you upset and don't work for the game, for the sake of the gameplay and stuff like that. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know, is I'm discontent with a lot of things that have happened with Final Fantasy XIV, and that's why I decided that I'm just gonna quit and stop supporting the game. And, like, I'll still keep track of what's going on with it, because maybe, you know, and I know this is, you know, people will say copium, but it's really not, but maybe, just maybe, you know, they'll change things the next expansion that comes around. Or they won't, you know, or they won't. And if they don't, well, that's just really sad, and it's regrettable. But if they do, if they improve their servers, if they finally learned their lesson after 3 times, or not, well, yeah, about 3 times that they've had issues like this arise, if they haven't learned from their lesson by this 4th time, then it's just, you know, it's not worth paying for this game. Really, that's how I honestly feel. It's not worth paying for this game if they're not going to bother to take care of their game, is what I'm just getting at here. Is if they're not going to bother to take care of their game like it should have been taken care of, then it's just not worth it anymore. Because if, you know, if they don't care, then why should you care? That's how I feel. It just makes it so that, to make it seem like it's not really a game that should be worth it in the end if they can't take care of their game. like I've said before, the developers are not to blame. Most of them are really outstanding people, I'm sure, and they are very passionate to work on the game. Like, you can tell just by the things they do. Like, for example, how they worked extra time and didn't get paid for it. You know, they worked on their off time to make sure that Viera and Rothgar were able to have more headpieces to work and wear. Like, that's an example of how good the developers are. Or even like Soken's situation, how he said he was going through some really difficult times, but he came out and he communicated with everyone, like the players and the staff, and he said, you know, I had a difficult time, I could have died, but I didn't, I'm still here. And he said, you guys, your smiling faces and your love, your shared passion of 14 gave me, you know, the strength to carry on. So the developers definitely are not to blame for the sorry state that the game gets in. What is to blame, however, is, like I've said, all these investors, these shareholders, and their mouthpieces that they pay to spout lies and spout things that cause dissension or cause conflict, because they think the solution, like I said, is to just throw money at the thing. But Naoki Yoshida, you know, he had enough of that finally, and he said in an interview that, you know, hey, money isn't going to fix these issues. We've tried that and it didn't work. So he stood up to those freaking bastards and he told them, look, if you want things done right, you know, we need more than just money. We need people. We need equipment. You know, you need all those things to make this game stay afloat and work. And the CEO has given 14 his blessing. He's given 14, you know, another contract for, like, I guess 10 years, so for another decade, basically. And, you know, and Naoki Yoshida also said that the division that operates under, you know, 14 is going to reinvest into Final Fantasy 14. They're going to go balls to the walls, and, you know, they're going to spare no expenses to make sure that 14 is the game that everybody praises it to be, that everyone loves it to be, you know. But again, like I said, I'm skeptical, and I will always be that way until they prove it. Until they have actually proved it to me that they are serious about, you know, changing their ways, changing the game for the better, then and only then will I finally join the rest of people that are praising the game and say, yeah, you know what, this is a great, fantastic game, and you should love it and play it. That's what I hope I get to believe in, but at the moment I don't believe that, because they haven't proved it yet. They haven't proved to me, you know, that this is that amazing game that people love and adore so highly. And don't get me wrong, like I've said, don't misunderstand me here when I'm just trying to say these things. I'm not saying them to be mean. I'm not saying them to discredit anyone or discredit the game. What I'm saying it is because I love this game and I love Final Fantasy XIV, and that's why I have such strong opinions about it. and that rubs off on people the wrong way, I know, but at the end of the day, you know, you have to just kind of work through things together and just say, yeah, you know what? There is this thing that's irked me in Final Fantasy XIV, you know. I think I can relate to that, what you're talking about, you know. And I'm gonna have this conversation with you guys too when I finish this expansion here. I'm gonna have that, sit down and have that conversation with you guys and with the developers. You know, I'm gonna have that conversation with you. I'm gonna sit down, make a video, and we're gonna just talk about it, you know. We're gonna talk about the future of 14 and like what needs to be done. What we need to let the developers know. And just hopefully, you know, come together with a solution and with a plan. And that's what Naoki Yoshida wants to do as well. He has said as much. He said after, you know, their New Year's thing is done, you know, their holiday, after they've celebrated that and stuff over in Japan, then he said he's going to do a live letter. It's going to be a big one, like it's going to probably be a huge chunk of a live letter, so it's something you really don't want to miss, because he said he's going to address the future of the game, basically, and he's going to tell us, you know, like, hey, this is what I want to do. Will you trust me again, basically, you know, this is basically his legacy, he has said, Naoki Yoshida, and he wants us to place our faith and trust in him one more time. So he's going to be asking us to do that in this next very big live letter that he does. He's going to be asking us, will you place your trust in me one more time? Because he wants to see this game succeed and grow more. And he's even said he's really proud of the growth of the game that's happened right now. He's very proud and he's very happy that this game has become so big and so popular and favorited by so many people the world around. And like, this game has brought people together as well, you know, it's brought people together and created lasting friendships, and some people have even found their like soulmates. As silly and ridiculous as that sounds, but it's true, some people have found their soulmates, their lovers in 14, through 14. And again, like I said, some people have found some really great long-lasting friendships as well. So, but again, you know, we have to be wary of the elements which are trying to break that apart, so. And I don't think Naoki Yoshida will ever address that, because he's kind of locked on a leash, a collar, you guys, because he works under a business, you know, and if he says too much, you know, like, the PR team that's standing behind his shoulder, they'll either cut off his microphone, or they'll cancel the stream or whatnot if he tries to say anything, or they'll, you know, or they'll refer him to, you know, whoever's above his pay grade for disciplinary action if he does, you know, speak on matters which the company themselves know is bad, and he knows is bad, but he can't say because his position would be compromised, essentially. So that's why it's up to you and me to be his voice, basically, and to shout it to the rooftops that, yeah, it's time for change. No more company greed or interference. You know, no more shareholders, no more investors lying, you know. It's time for us to work with now Kiyoshida on that, be his voice, because he can't be the voice that we need. He's depending on us to be, you know, the voice that inflicts real, true, meaningful change, and that's a common theme with the main story here as well, you know. You know, we come together as one voice and one unit, basically, to make sure change happens, and that that everyone, even if they don't agree with it at first, you know, that everyone eventually is able to be invited into the fold. And like I said, I hope I can be invited to the fold, but right now, I just don't feel like the game is in that state yet to where I can join the fold, because there's just so many limitations that they impose on us, so many restrictions that really shouldn't be there if they really want this game to be the height of success. So I'll be watching, like I said, and I'll be hoping that they do reinvest into 14. I hope that, you know, that they enlist the changes that need to happen in order for this game to be successful, continue being successful, and to continue being memorable for years to come and years after, you know. Like, I want to be, you know, when I reach a ripe old age, I want to be proud to say, you know, yeah, you know what, I remember playing that game years ago. It was truly a gem. And if I could, I'd go back in a heartbeat. That's the kind of story I want to be able to share about Final Fantasy XIV. So I hope and I pray that that's what ends up happening, but we will see about that. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that'll be enough of my post-show rant. Let's get straight into things. Like I said, I'm gonna do the story up until it gets to the escalation of like the final stuff, and that's when I will stop, and I'm not gonna live stream it, but I will record it off live and make sure that I can upload it on a different time for when people have been able to finally get in and play the game, which, like I said, probably that will be around, you know, holiday times, because there won't be as many people occupied with 14, because they'll be out being with their loved ones and with their family for the holiday time. So best wishes to you all. I hope that things turn out well for you, and that you do get to share this journey with me. Alright, Vana. Sad that Hades and Hythlodaeus got ganked by Hermes, but someone has to go on. She's gonna send us back through time. Alright then. She did mark Medion too, so we have an inkling of an idea of where to go. Well, something tells me that we need to confront Heidelin first before we are finally able to go deal with that. That we still have to deal with the Charlayans. Because like I said, they did not give us the full Labyrinthos zone yet for me, so more than likely that's what we'll be dealing with next, is Labyrinthos and stuff. Indeed it is. Several cuts. Yeah, let's do it.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Yep, we gotta go back.
May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained, that your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us.
Indeed.
We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control.
Indeed, Venom. Secrecy above
I must carefully consider who can be trusted, and bring them into the fold.
Yep. That would be the 12, I'm assuming. Her chosen 12.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind, who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
Indeed, see you again, Vana.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
The final days.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiark! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
What's this? Oh, it's Vinod again.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
make for Charlene again. Some heavy stuff there, though. I suppose so. There I go, I've leveled up. See, I told you guys I'd probably reach 90 before I finished even this story. Question though is what I'm gonna do about gear though, cause like I don't have a vendor to give me upgraded gear, so that's why I'm hoping this next section will cover that, hopefully. But before that, anyway, I'm gonna take a quick, like, 5 to 10 minute break here. So, sit tight, everyone, and we will resume when I get back. As far as I'm able to go, anyway. Which might not be much farther, to be honest, because, like I said, it sounds like things are reaching ahead. Like, we've basically gained an understanding now of, like, what the root cause of the final days is and everything, and now it's just up to us to take it on. So, I will be back shortly, so sit back, relax, and we will talk again in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the interruptions. Or, I guess, break, but, you know. Let's continue now. Alright, Crow, what do you got? As the heavens burn. 88 weapon coffer. I sure did, Crow. We sure did. Oh dear. They built a spaceship. abandoned their spaceship because it's incomplete. Nice job, Charlene. Now Garlemald's in trouble, so we have to make a detour to Garlemald. Hope we don't have to do a lot of fighting, though. Oh wow, it is red skies. Oh gosh. That makes the tower look even scarier. Look at that. It's crazy. Ah, crap. Dang it. They are making us fight. Oh, man. Ugh. I don't know if my gear's gonna be enough here. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, you know what? I guess I'll put these on even though it messes up my glamour, but kind of a necessity, I guess, right now. Darn it, man. I was hoping I'd be okay. But, I guess that's not gonna be the case. Well... guess we'll have to try and do our best here. If I end up dying too many times, then I guess I'll have to go, I suppose, go buy some cheap gear and whatnot. No, I'm not ready, Lucia. Please don't be any DPS checks, please.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same you fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
Oh,
Come, we must build a line of defense.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
Oh wait, could this be a rogue thing? I think it is. Okay, good, because I was gonna be scared about DPS checks. Oh, look at that!
Our commander beats attention.
Sage
To the wounded.
outfit. I've never played Sage, so this is my first time. I might mess up. Oh, he named his attacks. Jeez, Alfie, no.
Leave it to me.
Yes, please help us, Steve. I don't know what I'm doing with Sage. Okay, that's the shield. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's a personal.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Okay, that's the thing. Okay, that's a dog, I think. Okay, it's alright.
You're safe now.
It's alright, the monster's gone, you'll be okay.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Shut up, Fortunal. Nobody asked you. The shield is still. Sorry, I meant to put that on list. That's not good. Shield yourself, Ashton. Don't die on me, Stygian. Come on. Damn it.
Pathetic.
Damn it. See, this is what I mean. I've never played Sage. That was my first time, so I don't know how to play Sage right. Seems pretty cool, though. Yeah, I better put it on noob mode, because I don't know how to play Sage. I'm just gonna end up messing up.
Command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Leave it to me.
Those who can stand, come with me.
You're safe now. Easy now. Deep breaths.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
You shut it, Fortune. I don't care. Okay, I'll try this again. I'm sorry, Stingy, I didn't mean to kill you that first time, I promise. This is where I messed up. I know. I'm not a healer. Now, Misty. Try my best, I swear. Not really a Stingy. I've never played Sage till now.
Someone, please!
What?
Yep, there's one.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Here comes the Guardians.
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then?
In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
What's with this music playing?
Of that I've no doubt.
Sounds a little too chippier, this music, for what's going on.
The gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
Yes, that's right, for Chanel. Now we gotta play as...
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Yep, now we're gonna play as Alice. Alright. Well, I do know a little bit about Red Mage, so... hopefully that means I'll be able to take on this fight. Try to, anyway.
None to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
This is... Oh boy.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
How they say that?
On guard!
Nice. Very nice. There we go. Very nice.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Aw, don't sound so negative, girl, huh?
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
For it? Aw, I thought we were gonna
Get out
come
of here! Quickly!
I thought it was gonna be us that jumped in.
I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Hey, there we are. No, don't do this to me. Oh no. I'm gonna have to fight now. I never skipped this one.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
No,
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
No. Don't make me fight. Oh. Ah.
Oh, a trio for the ages.
No. My gear's so low. Ah. They give me a vendor in that last zone. Ah! Ah! This is gonna be suffering. Oh man. Please don't give me DPS checks, please.
Just the beginning.
What's this thing?
I had a feeling I'd find you.
Calm down.
This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Alpha, no. Tank needs healing. Oh, okay. This is like, it's like the lunar Bahamut. That's what it is. Electric orbs are always bad.
Where were we?
That was close. Close again. Oh, thank gosh, no more fighting. Oh, man.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted.
The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just...
Here comes another.
More of them.
Xenos.
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying.
So he's saying he's just bored. That's why he came.
Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry.
Yep, I sure am. Yep, they stripped him of his title Soul Simon. Now he's a Viator. Which I'm not sure what that means in the... I think it's Latin or Greek. But probably something akin to traitor or like disgrace or something like that.
Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone.
I don't think you're gonna get through to him, my man. You can try, but...
Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
Yep, pretty much. That's how I
You.
feel about it.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
Jeez.
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better.
Yep, he's trying to spur him on. Yep, that's what he's trying to do.
Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends. Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else, because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day.
Now she's trying to hurt his pride.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
He's like, whatever.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
Oh, look at him trying to be nice now. After being a dickhead for most of this story.
Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
He was talking about Alfino there. The look of surprise on his face, though, that was funny. Good on you, Estinian. Yes, Graha, I talked to them. imagining, Julius. I just wish freaking guy in freaking Velzar was here. He would have been tearing these guys to shreds like candy, like butter. But no, of course not. They decided to write him out of the story permanently, apparently. So, whatever. I'm gonna remain bitter about that.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Now there you go. Looks like they reconciled.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
They must have used that transporter, huh?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
Yeah, he's back.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Shivers.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
Okay, so they got impatient.
It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Atheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Oh, gosh.
Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
I dare say their help would be invaluable since they can use creation magic.
We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow. Well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
Indeed, Urianger, indeed. With their creation magics.
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back. May thy disciples pass the darkest of nights.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Oh, thank gosh. They teleported us back. Saves us so much trouble. Although they're probably going to be disappointed with what we found out. escape from this. Not even if they tried. It'll just follow them wherever they go, so... all their preparations and all their stuff was for naught. And that's probably the conclusion that Hermes decided to go with. And why he wished for the final days here. Because he concluded that, you know, it's just impossible. Impossible to avoid it. To the past, Ursula. Oh, I've got a solution to that, Ursula. Well, that's a very, very far away place you're still at. As, Hermes commanded her to flee to the farthest part of space, known space. So... ask them about that. They did mention something about that earlier too. When they were trying to rebuke us, they were trying to say something like, "You didn't see what we saw in the whatchamacallit sea thingy." Scarred by that, poor Tatar. She's angry with them. Speaking of their timeline, I guess they would inevitably have to face what we're facing then, huh? Even though the calamities forestall it and all, and Zodiark keeps it in check, relatively speaking anyway. Lots of things to consider. Yes, I was invited here. Let me in. Well, they're scared I'm gonna cut them to pieces. I think they have worse things to be scared of than me.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat Khan was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
She's grilling him hard.
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct.
Was that a Garlean Forum member I saw? I could have sworn I did see one. So that means Garlemald had non-aggression with Charlie, and then, just like with Thavnair.
This arc, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
Well, I think the Leopards can help with that.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Fortunate will be the tiebreaker, I bet. Oh, he raised his hand. Wow.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
There you have it. They finally decided to stop being stubborn a-holes. Mythmaster Victoria. I know, unbelievable, isn't it? I'm sure they're around somewhere around here. What you talking about, Estinian? He is still alive. He's just asleep. He is alive, Estinian. He's just asleep. already talked to Stola, that's right. Alfino winged it this time. He didn't think about it, he just winged it. Good thinking, Alfino. We'll borrow their ship. Oh, don't be silly, Alfino. The Leopards can take care of that. Yep, back to Labyrinthos we go. Back to Labyrinthos we go. Finally finish up the rest of that zone too. Yes, please. Please let there be a merchant there too. I so badly need gear. Okay, where is he? Where is... Oh, you're all the way down there. Well, I guess I didn't really need the elevator then, huh? Yeah, I know, tell me about it. Would have been nice to have had this zone unlocked and done. It's about damn time, man. About damn time. I move your ass out of my way, person. Yes. The fuck out of my way. Tired of this crap. What's for Chanel? Yeah, that's what I thought. Walk away. I think I'm not the only one, though, that's mean to bow for Chanel here, though. Ever since he messed with our twins, everybody's probably hates him still. Maybe Thingrid. Rienzi's tired of looking at carrots. That was a Student's home, huh? Indeed. Well, we'll find out. Oh, okay. So they made their own weather machine, basically. That's funny. At least he went off with Grandpa, and then Alfredo would go with their dad. You know who I would like to see, but we probably won't see? I'd like to see Louis Swa again. That would be such a heartwarming thing just to do before, you know, everything ends, essentially. And maybe we will, for all I know. Maybe we will get a chance to see Louis Swa again, because they did say, like, a lot of returning characters would be shown again here in Endwalker. And we have seen a lot of them so far, but they've mostly been just like, kind of like side characters and stuff. I didn't know you went to the Gold Saucer, Stinian. Got a gambling habit too, huh? That there is. That there is. He's really tired of carrots, Jay is. He's like, no more! Please stop with the carrots! Out cold, down cold? That kind of sounds like an Outrod name, kind of. Though I could be wrong. Could be a Lalafel's name too, for all I know, because they have strange names like that too. Alright, cool. I need to do some mapping though, this zone. See the sights and everything. Because they locked me out of it for so damn long. The bastards. They got all these shields up around them too. That's kind of like an advanced form of Seiryu's wall. I'm guessing that's another thing Hydaelyn probably revealed to them. What is that thing? Oh, it's like one of those ice giants. Okay, then. Lots and lots of buildings. This place is like a city in and of itself. Here's another one of the elevators. Ah, thank goodness. There's a merchant up ahead. Please, please tell me he has level 88 gear. I'm gonna cry if he doesn't. There we go, the anti-tower theme again. Touch the etherite. Please. Oh, good. Alright. Junkmonger. Please. Please have something I need. Oh, I like the gear she has on though. That looks cool. I've ever seen anything like the top she's wearing. That's pretty nice. Makes me jealous now. I wish I had what that top that they're wearing. The watch, it'll probably only be like a crafter or gatherer thing only. Which is sad. I don't like it when they give all the good stuff to locked things and everything. It's sad. Anyway. Moment of truth. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank the 12. Thank Hydaelyn. Oh, jeez. I was gonna lose my mind if I wasn't gonna able to get better gear. But I shall forestall that for now. I'm just kind of looking around. Just looking around. I'm guessing that thing in the middle is where the spaceship is supposed to be. What's that over there? Oh, looks like building things. Spewing something out. Logisticon Beta. Charlene Hamlet, huh? Make sure we grab this too. Alright. This is a pretty cool looking place. Definitely like this zone in total, really. Probably my favorite. Oh, we've hit a wall. Just kidding. Just have to come out here to map it. There you go. Oh, there's an ether current here. Can I jump down there? Yeah, I guess I should have suspected not. Okay, well, that means I can probably... Well, I got all this unlocked. Now that I got this all unlocked, that probably means that I can probably get all the ether currents and stuff. Well, not all of them, I guess, because technically, there's probably some quests in both those etherite areas that I was just at. So more than likely, I just need to finish up the story bit here. And then, you know, we'll be able to get the ether currents and everything, all of them. Alright, anyway. continue the journey. Oh, yep, I was right. Lalafell name. Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying. We're on the same page. Yeah, no, not exactly transparent, I think. I wonder what the heck Sid has been doing anyway. He's been absent this whole story. So that's pretty sad too. Like, he wasn't even involved with saving his own home. Like, I don't know what these writers are thinking, man. They wrote out Gaius and freaking, like, Sid, he doesn't even, he's like not even involved here, like, at all. It's like, what the hell? You figured he would be able to solve this ship problem too easily. Maybe that's who we're gonna call to help, maybe. They're commenting on this engineer guy. Okay, I'll take your word for it, Fortunal. No promises, though. I can't promise we won't startle him.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
That's because we were never allowed down here.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
He's got a bit of a lisp, this guy. Or maybe it's just the voice actor who has the lisp.
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loporrits?
Thank you, Ariane.
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
They called their ship a toy boat. That's funny.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Of course we do. There's lots of it lying around in Ishgard and... or sorry, Korthus and Mordona.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
They sure are.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
I don't know. I don't know these technology things, Alize. Why ask me? Fetch the Watsits. The Raven's ghost, it haunts me. This sounds like a job for someone else.
Oh, very funny. Ha ha.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option.
Yeah, you know, we have lots of friends, you know.
Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
Ah, jeez. Shut up, Sigurd.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Daddy Fortunaut's finally starting to realize that frickin', you know, that we are to be trusted and we're better off. That he shouldn't have doubted us. What is this chocobo body here, though? I've never seen that before, those floating weapons. That's pretty cool. Too late, Graha. The Alligans already went to the moon before. Oh, come on, Kral, don't be like that. Tell us who it is. Uh-oh. Oh no, bad things happening in Ul'dah.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make.
Oh, is this a remix of the Coils theme? Sounds pretty neat.
Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials.
Animo's voice sounds different here too. Did they hire a different voice actress for her by chance?
Fear, guys. We have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
She's like, I don't care what you have to do to get him, just get him, Lolorito.
The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Ul'dah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth?
which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Going through the different city-states here, I guess.
We've fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Ah, look at that.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
Imagine that, see? Gridanians and Alabegans working together. They used to be enemies too.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Or Chiffon. He's paying his respects to their half-brother. The dragons are gonna help.
That was a roar! A dragon's roar!
Dragons are helping too. That's cool.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Hey, it's Seiryu. Cool. Even Seiryu's gonna help. That's awesome. Well, anyway, I am gonna need to take a break, so... It's been a pretty long time since I've started streaming, so... I'm gonna need to take a bit of a longer break than usual. So rather than, keeping the stream up and going, I'm just gonna close it off for here, this portion, and then when I get back with my break, then we'll continue with the rest of this day. So, take care, y'all. I hope you're staying warm. Hope you're staying safe. I hope that you do get to play Endwalker. I know it's been stressful. Hopefully things do get better and they improve for the better. We'll talk to you guys again.